when we adopted her, I said to her mother, that's a charming little girl, because she has been able to survive stuff that I'm thinking, you know, what do you mean the family left? You mean that little girl has no family? That family left? What do you mean? No, the family left. Just we don't want her. You don't want her. Okay, and I sat there and watched this little girl change and do whatever she wants to do. Now, I knew she was going to hit the wall sooner or later. I just didn't know how it was going to look, because you can't take on all that baggage and not let it come out. Right. But I saw her one day go into this tunnel. When you start going into drugs and alcohol, we've seen our friends go into that tunnel and they can't come out of that tunnel. Or if they come out, it's a different configuration.
They've been rewired, essentially.
Rewired. I watched her walk into that tunnel and go, I don't want to do this anymore. Walk out of that tunnel, and I have to go sometimes. She's a different person. She just made up her mind one day. She went into rehab, and they said, you cannot hang around the people that you used to hang around if you want to really get away from it. And she cut all of her friends off, all the people that were involved in that, off. I mean, I kept saying, don't you want to call them and say hello? No.
Did she get mad at you for saying that? Do you want to call them and say hello?
Of course. No.
Did you say hello?
No, I didn't say hello.
Okay, right. Oh, that's interesting, though. So, dude, you walked right into it.
Is that on a cue card somewhere?
No.
I mean, where are you?
It's in the cue card.
I'm such a serious conversation.
I want to go back there.
And you go, hello?
See, because I'm going to give you a chance to take a break and go even more with that.
Yeah, okay. Well,
just that knows the idea. You're looking at her, so that sort of signifies that you're even unsure how to handle her at this point.
Well, remember now, there's a point that when you walk into rehab, by the way, I must tell you, I commend the family, because I told her, I said, let me tell you something very frightening. In your lifetime, you're going to lose 2 of your best friends to whatever. I call it an overindulgence of hipness. Someone's going to die in a car accident, someone's going to do a drug overdose, and then that's going to be the examples you'll talk about for the rest of your life to your kids as to why you don't want to be involved in that, right? It's going to happen to you. Of course, when you're 17, 18, 19, of course it's not going to happen because nobody's dead, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden, she was just going on her merry way, and then finally, one of her friends died of an overdose. Then 2 of her friends died. And I remember she walked back in the door and she said, how did you know, Dad? And I said, because it happened to my friends. And now you have your 2. And what I was worried about was that one of them was going to be you. I said, so now that we have the examples, do you want to get straight? And she said, where do I have to go?
How did you feel when she said that?
Of course I cried. Yeah. Of course, dads. And then I remember calling her mother on the phone, and her mother and I hadn't been doing that much talking. And I said, here's what we're going to do. We're checking in with Nicole in the rehab together. And I remember telling Nicole, she said, you and Mom are showing up? I said, we're showing up because it's about you. And so it's not about us. And that was the end of that ballgame. Since then, her mother and I have a great relationship. You know, the family's tighter, closer.
Life's crazy, isn't it?
But unfortunately, you have to, as a parent, some days you wake up in the morning and go, I don't want to be this responsible. I'd like to be wild and crazy. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, your kid walks in the door and makes you show up. You have no choice but to be, where's the parent, man? You got to be that person.